Hello and welcome to It Was a Movie. This is Colin.
This is Niall.
This is the movie Paprika from 2006. It is 90 minutes long. It is directed by Satoshi Kon, and it brought in, now its budget was 2.6 million US dollars, and it brought in 1 million US dollars internationally. Metascore 81 and user score of 8.0. So it's a well-liked movie. It is said to have inspired Inception, which you can see from time to time.
Absolutely.
Its general premise is around dreams and getting into the dreams and putting yourself into the dream and using it as a weapon, pretty much.
Yes, different motivation.
You just watched it today. I watched it last night. What's your initial impression then of Paprika in a nutshell?
I thought it was beautifully animated. And yes, Inception is kind of what you get out of it. I think Nolan's work is substantially better. But this movie is not without merit. It's got some really good bits to it. It's got some troubling pieces, but I think that's the point. I think it's more of a psychological take on the whole dream thing as opposed to a heist job, which Nolan went for.
Yeah. I found it confusing.
Yes.
I found the plot very diluted and wishy-washy at times. I found it unclear what they're trying to say. I don't think the plot is put on a platform enough for us at the start of the movie to show you, here's where we got to this point and here's what's happening. There's a lot of, I know they obviously want to make it a tale within a tale and layers within layers.
The logic is somewhat dream-like, isn't it? It never really sticks to its own internal logic. So where Nolan is almost, hard science sticking to his internal logic, which is nonsense as well, but it's really hard and fast. Yeah. This is loosey-goosey. It's dream logic. It's fluffy.
I think it's very much like the animators and the story writers saying, well, let's just make a lot of spirited away creatures and make that a common theme throughout. And that's the dream. That's the main dream, this parade imagery of weirdness.
I didn't like any of the parade scenes. The stuff around the parade scenes is actually quite good. The parade felt cheap. I don't know if that makes sense to you. The animated vending machines and stuff, I just didn't get me. And the cultural figures being animated felt poorly animated, actually. Which is really annoying because the rest of the animation in this movie is beautiful. And then the parade is, there are some creepy scenes in the parade which are fantastic, but the vast majority of the parade feels like a filler. I don't know if you got that from it, but that's what I felt. It felt like they ran out of things to fill the movie with, and they just crammed in more repeated shots over and over again. And really annoyed me. You do it once, and the shots they were repeating from the parade weren't good. So the filler was boring.
Yeah, pretty much that's the main dream that they're using as the shared dreamscape. But still in all, I watched it only last night. Obviously, lovers of this movie are like going, no, watch it multiple times. You'll get more, meaning behind it. I don't know whose dream that was, pretty much, right now, after watching it. Let's just go through the characters here. So at the start, we've got Detective Konakawa, and we've got Paprika, who ends up being Dr. Chiba. There's sort of like a dichotomy there where you're going, she switched in the main credits, she switched from Paprika to Chiba. That must be it. But you don't really know because they don't really look alike.
They don't look alike, don't sound alike, don't act alike. No. Intentionally. Like it's her dream persona, I guess, where she's free to do what she feels like doing. Whereas her main character is professional and cold.
Yeah, so Dr. Chiba is basically her sort of avatar in Dream is Paprika, who sort of guides people, but it's really not developed that well. And you just go, well, I don't really know how it's happened. I don't know why. The thing about Inception is it's well explained. All the science behind it is well explained. They have to get the drugs for the deeper sleep to get into the deeper sleep or whatever. There's no footing for me here, and everything. It's more the dreams coming into the reality here. This is the main core theme of this movie, is that all these dreams are seeping into reality now. That's the warfare that's going on, and that's the big problem that they're facing. But the problem is that when I see it, it's like, oh, they're just weird for weird's sake. Remember when Dr. Shima, they're in the office at the start, he just starts speaking bullshit. I thought my subs were going bonkers.
That's what I thought as well. I was like,
oh no.
What am I missing? Is it a bad translation? I don't know what's going on.
The problem is that the characters didn't react to him a lot. And so he just kept on talking about random garbage. And then they're not really reacting until he jumps through the window. And so, he was going insane.
You're like, oh, that was weird.
Yeah. Oh, he just jumped through the window. So, yeah, that was another confusing part for me. There's a lot of times things happen and they don't make sense, but they don't really mean to make sense. They don't want to make sense because it's just dream elements appearing in the real world. But that direction for me doesn't work for me unless there's real sort of explanation behind it. Because then doctors start going insane too and start speaking shit. But there's no real depth to that part.
I know, a little bit more exposition might have been handy, especially when the first scene in the movie is Paprika bringing the captain through one of his dreams and trying to, analyze him psychologically. And it just jumps us straight in there.
Right.
There's no what's going on, and perhaps a little bit of exposition before we're just dropped in the deep end would have been handy.
Yeah, and so Detective Kanazawa, I don't know why he's getting his dreams analyzed. Do we get to know that? I don't remember.
We do by the end, because he has some trauma and guilt over, well, there's a few pieces. I think he let his friend down, who was a budding film director. Yeah, and he let himself down in his head that he didn't pursue that career.
But that's bullshit, because then his recurring motive is he's after this killer that shot somebody.
Sometimes the killer is him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought
intentionally vague, I think.
I thought that his reason for having a shrink, she let down his friend, to be absolute bullshit. Then it's watery. Why not make it the thing? Because I thought we would see him then trying getting to solve this real life murder case in the dream world, where he would look up clues, whatever. I don't even still know if that murder happened in the real world. That's how vague
I think it's bleeding through a case he's currently working on and his own guilt and cramming them together.
But then at the end, he shoots Mario Osanai, the creepy guy.
Yeah, I copped that he was the bad guy pretty much straight away. He was too...
looks like it. Just
something wrong with him. I was like, nah, him. And the chairman was too bloody obvious as well.
Yeah. Once in anime, if they make somebody bald with many horrible lined features in their face,
they're
evil.
Yeah,
it's
too obvious.
So the first chunk of the movie is quite confusing, and just that you're jumped straight into a scene where Paprika is actually in a hotel room, but that must mean that the hotel room is in the dream, because Paprika doesn't exist in the real world.
That's what I've been trying to figure out. So straight away, reality and dreams seem to have bled in together, because she handed him a card.
Yeah.
Right.
And then he takes it out later. Then he takes it out later in the real world.
Yeah. So
it's almost as if he went, but then I know exactly. We're too fucking old to figure this out, and we've just watched it as well. But the fact of the matter is then these DC Mini head dream machines, which isn't explained at all either. It's just a little fucking line of green glowy things.
So glowy things there's dream magic.
Yeah, there's a couple stolen, and I thought, oh, that's Paprika that stole it. No, it's somebody else.
Nope. Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't really...
So they reduce the exposition and just have it straight into action and dreamscape, and you're straight into the circus imagery of Detective Konakawa.
It's beautiful.
Like, yeah, it's fine.
It's beautiful. It's well animated.
It's creative, and that's fine.
And it's kind of interesting, but it's confusing, as you said, confusing as all hell.
Yeah. When you get into that and you go, okay, this movie's going to have a lot of dream imagery and they're going to shatter. Like the trailer of the movie shows the part where she just scrapes through or smashes through a reality layer or whatever. And that's fine when it happens. But it just, I don't know, a lot of people love this movie just because it has this sort of dream into reality type thing.
It is very surrealist.
Yeah. So yeah, then they have this whole thing of, somebody's stolen it. And as these dream contamination things are happening. So Dr.
They keep dropping the word terrorist over and over again.
Yeah, and who is it? Who's the terrorist? It ends up being...
I don't know if that's the definition of a terrorist. That's... they're attacks, absolutely. But what's the motivation? They don't even bother trying to establish the motivation.
I'll tell you the motivation. Freaking wheelchair bald dude wants to walk again. That's the motivation. It's stupid.
Yeah, but it doesn't really explain that all that well. And he says, I've now got control of death and everything. And what?
But he's in the dream world. So, although no, he was a dream in the reality, and he was like a Attack on Titan monster, giant.
Yeah. Making everything smushy.
Yeah. But then she turns into a giant girl and just sucks him up or something. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, she starts chewing his reality. Oh, you're eating my reality. Stop that. Ugh.
Like a Langolier.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it starts off confusing, gets more confusing when the dreams come into reality. The parade imagery begins to appear, as we've said. They start losing control and like going, okay, we need to figure out who did this. So let's get it. Dr. Tomori. They sort of go, okay, he must be doing it. He's Dr. Tokita's old buddy who created the DC Mini. So Dr. Tokita is this rather overly obese character, which Japanese anime tend to do a lot of. Yeah, it reminded me of, remember in Spirited Away, the radish monster in the elevator.
The lift, yeah, it's exactly what I thought. Not as cuddly.
No, not as cool as well, because it's squashing Chihiro. I can't remember the girl's name in Spirited Away, but it's funny. But then, that's when we meet Dr. Tokita, and it's like, okay, can you get more stereotypical? And then, yes, they can, because later on there's a restaurant and she just keeps on putting his hand up for when she says the meals that are, it's like, okay.
I didn't like that. Didn't like that at all. I think that was a cheap shot.
The Japanese anime tends to do that a lot. It's very simplified and it's over exaggeration of certain stereotypes and characteristics. It's really simple stuff, very surface level.
There is some redemption of that later on, but at this point in the movie, it's kind of a little bit on the nose, a little bit too easy, too simple, too basic, and lets the movie down a little bit, dialogue-wise and scene-wise.
Yeah. And we sort of like, then when it gets into the middle part of the movie, it's sort of like we have this overlap of Dr. Chiba and Paprika. It was like, okay, what the hell? Okay, she's Paprika. Okay, cool. And then she's inside a dream, and then Chiba goes into a dream, and she's already there. And it's like, what the fuck's going on?
How can you be there with your alter ego at the same time?
Yeah.
How does that make sense?
And we get that sort of, as you said, Kanekawa's backstory about him, fucking his hatred of films and shit. Oh, I let him down, I let my friend down.
I hate
he's
movies.
Guilty.
You know what actually annoyed me? More than all of that. There's the lift scene where they're pressing numbers and he's like 17. No, not 17. And I was like, yes, let's see what's in 17. This could be interesting.
17. Yeah.
It's really bloody boring. I don't like movies.
Oh, yeah.
Because when he was 17, he made his first 8mm movie. Right. That's what he was afraid of behind door number 17.
It's terrible.
That's not scary. It's a minor regret. I never finished that movie.
Yeah.
He's sweating in the lift. Oh, no, I can't press that.
He's constantly sweating in the movie.
Yeah. And he's like, oh, I don't want to relive that memory. It's not that bad. I just didn't finish a project.
As a teenager.
Yeah.
The whole premise of his character is based on he just didn't succeed at filmmaking.
Yeah.
It's not good. You can't hang your entire plot on a character arc on that.
They could have done an awful lot with his character, and it sounded like it was going to go somewhere really bloody interesting. And his character himself, beyond his really crap motivations, quite interesting. He's well acted, he's well animated. But the fact that he didn't finish a movie, like a short movie, as the motivation for his entire arc in this is bloody ridiculous. And even with dream logic, it's stupid.
Yeah, and let's talk about the sort of Inception-inspired hallway scene where he constantly sees the guy in his current murder case falling slowly down, which is totally Christopher Nolan took that and ran with it. Made it better. But
way better, yeah.
Make that the bloody thing. Make that a 15-year-old case that he never solved, let's say.
Yep.
And the killer went on to kill other people or whatever, or that person falling was his twin brother or whatever. I don't give a shit. Make that the integral part of the movie plot for his character.
Even if it was chasing himself for doing something horrible, and that was the guilt that he couldn't face. Something like that.
Yeah.
Something, a repressed memory. Something. It's not a repressed memory. It's just something he just go, no, I should have done that. Should have finished that movie, put an end on it.
It's like that Travis quote. Was it something that I lied when I was 17? Why does it always rain on me?
That's what the movie's based on.
It's based on Travis's. Why does it always rain on me?
Oh, crap.
Seriously, it is.
Yeah.
So, like, as the movie goes on, I'm going to have to admit to it. Maybe there was half an hour left, and I sped it up to 1.25. I was like, not getting it.
Too much
didn't make any difference. Didn't make any difference to it. So, like, it just kept on going. And
I won't lie, I enjoyed some of the visuals. I love the big baby running around the place, smashing stuff up. I love the manga of everything. You know, the weirdness. I love the nod to Monkey Magic on the cloud. Don't know if you watched Monkey Magic as a kid.
No.
Japanese TV show.
Yeah.
What I call Monkey. A stick. Monkey. Cloud. Yeah, Monkey.
So Paprika goes down on the cloud with a staff. Is that what you're talking about?
That's a nod to Monkey Magic, yeah. I think it was on Channel 4 or something back in the day. I loved it. Absolute rubbish.
Rings a bell. But as the movie goes on, it's, you know, in the second half of maybe 40, 30 minutes to go, everything collapses and just, you don't know what's reality anymore. The parade becomes more sort of...
People start turning into musical instruments.
Yeah.
What? Yes. What's going on? Everybody's dreaming now. And one thing was never explained. Another similarity to Nolan stuff, the bar scene, the two guys.
Yes.
My original understanding of those two guys was they were just constructs sitting in whatever
web
world
browser
Paprika's made,
whatever, yeah,
with no real, control of what they do. But then they start fighting to save the world and wrap up the big baby in a banner. And then they're chatting to the captain afterwards as well, giving some exposition to him. Why? Now, that was the director and the writer voicing those two guys. So perhaps they just wanted to be in the movie. But they're not really explained. They're supposed to be nothing characters, but they have a part in the movie. It's far too big of a part.
Yeah, they have a major part in the movie. Like, they wrap up literally the movie. But
yeah,
at the start, they're just, the detective is in his office and he just goes on a web browser, types it in, and they're there in 16-bit graphics, and then they become part of reality.
That's Adobe Flash for you. That's what you could do in Adobe Flash.
Yeah, SWF files all for the win.
Yeah.
The problem is with this is, like, people are going to watch the movie and love it and shit all over why we're being so sort of simple with it, maybe, perhaps, and not seeing the symbolism and the dream reality hybrid space happening and not enjoying it. I just think that it's not explained enough. I need more exposition. Inception did it well. This is an hour and a half movie. Obviously, Inception is probably 2 hours 20. Don't remember, but
I think it's difficult to watch the sequence in which we watch these movies. I watched Inception a bunch of times. I haven't seen Inception before this movie. There's nothing new in this movie because it's better in Nolan's. interpretation of this. Way better, like a mile better. This is an interesting concept. It's interestingly done. Some of the execution's off. I think I would have enjoyed it way more in different sequencing and watching these damn things. But as it stands, comparing it to Nolan, it's way off the mark.
Yeah, I just felt like it. Yeah, I was lost, and I like weirdness. I like randomness. I like the concept of dream reality hybrid. That's fine. But if I'm lost in the plot and the plot isn't thick enough, then it's not going to be successful in my eyes. I don't understand why the cinema problem for Konakawa is such a crucial sort of metaphor for his arc redemption. And he goes to and we're not just being facetious here. He goes to a movie at the end of this movie to show that he has gone over the hump of hating movies. And
he's dressed as Kurosawa in that scene, I think.
Oh, I heard that, yeah. There's not a lot of trivia about this movie, which is weird.
I know, same as. That's about all I could find.
Yeah.
No, it's a really pants motivation. And he does feel like the central character to this movie. He's supposed to be the thing that ties it along. And if you've got a central character like him, he needs to be rock solid, and his motivation doesn't exist. So you're like, which is a shame.
Yeah, and then like you've got this. I want more turmoil in the scientist's realm. Like the guy jumps out the window at the start, and he's fine. It's okay. He survives.
It's quite a drop.
Yeah. I think he lands in the tree. I think they were alluding to that because the thing's fluttering in the tree. It's coat or whatever, but who knows? We should be worse than that. And then we got there's 4 scientists. There's Chiba. There's Shima is the old guy that jumped through the window. There's Tokita, who is portrayed as morbidly obese. And then there's, I think his name is Tohama, who they sort of keep asleep the entire movie. And I don't know why.
Yeah.
He's the one that started it all.
He's the assistant guy to Tokita.
To Tokita, yeah. And he started it all. And
they think he's the bad guy at the start.
Yes, yeah.
But that doesn't turn out to be at least all of the truth.
No, but he's asleep for the entire movie, but I don't understand why.
He's dead, effectively, I think, by the end. Paprika bumps into him in the dream world. He's just a shell.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she goes, well, he's toast.
Yeah, and so then it's sort of like, right, okay, so Dr. Sejiro Inui is the guy in the wheelchair. We meet him at the start, comes across as evil, and
he keeps giving out about the DC Mini, or the Mini DC, or whatever the hell it's called. But, it's really DC, bad science. You guys shouldn't be doing it. We're going to cancel this project. Over and over again, he keeps saying that.
Yeah.
He doesn't want the project cancelled. Oh, no.
No. It's weird. And then then we've got Paprika, who's Atsuko's sort of alter ego, guide person. But Atsuko in the real world is sort of just sort of like straight, no character, nothing.
Cold. Yeah.
Okay.
Robotic.
Do we need to go that far? I know we need a contrast. Because I know Paprika needs to be joyous and full of life and love movies and argue with Konakawa about not loving movies and why don't you love movies and stuff like that. I guess it's the director's sort of nod about movie loving wrapped around a dream reality topic.
Basically saying, if you don't love movies, there's something wrong with you.
Yeah. And I'll kill you in your dreams.
like
Freddy Krueger. Yeah. It's not a rewarding movie for me.
One thing I couldn't figure out,
deliver it all.
I haven't just watched the movie. I never really figured out by the end if they were still in a dream level.
There's no totems.
No totem. No. But the thing is, I realized I didn't care.
True.
That's an issue. I
still care about Leo.
Yes,
I still
with
care
the spinny
about Leo.
Thing, and it wobbles. Oh.
Is
he out? I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, it's weird. I was like, I don't give a shit. This movie's over.
And that's annoying to me because I actually wanted to like this. Because there's elements I love in it. Absolutely love some stuff. And then there's some parts that annoy me.
I want to love this movie a lot, and because its theme and topic is right up my street, but I need it grounded in logic for me. I know dreams aren't logical, but you can make sense of.
I want an arc,
movie.
dude. Like I need an arc in a movie. I need progression. I need motivation. Like, just give me the motivation. I don't see the motivation for the main character here, which is the captain, in my opinion.
Yeah, and like he's not really. He's very disconnected from the main thread of the movie. Like he's in at the start. There's a bit of a gap with the scientists, bit of malarkey with the parade, and he comes back in because he goes onto the browser Netscape 3 and looks at the website. Then he's in again, and he's out again. They pull him back in. I don't even know what he's doing at the end of the movie. Yes, he should be the core thing. Paprika's alter ego Chiba should be a better rounded character, and it should be made. We should know why she's like Paprika in the dream world. Do we ever know why she's a free person and likes movies?
I guess because the primary character is so reserved and restrained that she needs some sort of outlet, which she has in the dream world. Some such nonsense.
Yeah, and bullshit. So let's talk about that final transformation then, because it's so weird and unsettling that Paprika turns from the baby into like fully grown woman, and she just constantly
starts
chewing
eating
up
reality.
Yeah, not even eating reality, but eating the bald dude. So okay.
Yeah, she finishes up by eating him.
Yeah,
he tries to slap her head away, and she goes nom nom nom.
Yes,
that's some good reality right there.
Yeah, and it's like even with that, his sort of transformation, he was like doing these sort of twirly branches things. Like, it's like, okay, fair enough. Okay,
he was a disappointing villain.
Yeah, I think horribly enough, the most kind of the scene that sticks in your head is the sort of assault scene on the table.
That's horrific, actually.
It's horrific because it's also quite the most horror-esque thing because his hand is under the skin. And so it's the one thing that sticks in your mind. And if you're going to have a scene like that, which is quite shocking in between all this parade of machines going, hey, and dolls giving sea Kyles constantly, it's sort of weird. There's lots of sea Kyles in the movie.
Yeah.
And it's sort of, this one stands out as just being horrific and quite well done in its horrendousness.
I think while it was difficult to watch, it's a scene that lands, does what you expect it to do.
Yeah.
And we finally understand the motivation of the bad guy. Or one of the bad guys, at least.
Yeah, what that guy is his motivation.
Jealousy, just pure, nothing but jealousy was that guy.
Yeah.
He wanted to be with, not Paprika, but her alter ego.
Chiba.
That's why he cuts her in half.
Yes.
It cuts Paprika in half to get at the alter ego.
Yeah, that's it's a well manufactured scene if we can clinicalize it a little bit, because its theme is not nice, but it stands out. But it stands out as the scene. So in general, it's a vague storyline that annoys me that it's missed the mark. I'm sure a lot of people will hate us for taking it quite literally and blah blah blah, but that's just the way I take movies. And if it feels like it's not connecting all the dots for me, I don't usually like that. I don't need the dots to connect all the time, but if they don't, I need full sort of explanation, or at least something that I can grasp onto and go, okay, probably that's because blah blah blah. It doesn't even get to that point for me.
I'm even simpler than that. I'm annoyed with the motivations of the main characters.
That's the one. Yeah.
It's not enough for me, especially the cop. But then jealousy and being able to walk, they're not motivations enough to destroy the world.
It's so weird.
Yeah.
It's so weird. Like, as we said, let's solve the detective one by having the murder case, an unsolved murder case. Easy solve. The guy with with no leg movement, I don't know what, he could have many, many things. Just pick one. Just pick
world
something.
Domination. Like, you just go simple.
Yeah, world domination. Yeah.
What's wrong with that?
He wants to control reality.
And I think he kind of does, though, but it kind of. It segues a little bit to that, but they should have just stayed with that.
Yeah, but make it more, because at the end, the entire world is in chaos. There's fucking explosions all across Tokyo or wherever it is. And it's like, okay, if you're controlling reality with dreams, then I want you to be in charge more, a little bit more logically. Okay, if you're going to control everything, then be in control of it. Don't just randomize parades of fucking vending machines and walking
If
turnips.
That's the reality you want to live in, you've got issues, buddy.
Yeah. Vending machines in Japan, they were amazing, so I wouldn't mind a parade around walking vending machines. Yeah. All right, let's talk about plot ratings.
Annoying is this one. It's got the makings of an excellent plot, as Mr. Nolan has proved.
Yeah,
he took some really smart and intelligent approaches to things, and and interesting takes. But where it hits, it also misses as well. So I'm going to go 2.5. I think this could have been a 4 with a little bit of tweaking, but it drops the ball.
Yeah, I think the intentional sort of blurry line that they put between reality and dreams annoyed me.
There's a cost to that.
There's a cost to that, and you obviously need a little bit more structure if you're going to do that to me, if you're going to treat me like that. So I don't appreciate that. And as we said, the plot reasoning for the characters, terrible. I don't know what Chiba / Paprika's motives are. Guidance,
keep her job,
assistance, promotion.
Yeah.
There's nothing about why she has that job and why she's a guide.
What annoys me about Chiba Paprika is there's no real definition or exposition as to how she gets basically split personality disorder. I'd like to know why that happens.
Yeah.
It never really delves into that. It just is a thing. Just accept it. Shut up.
Yeah. I'll give it 2. It annoyed me more than you, I think. Acting. So obviously with animation, you go by voices. I thought it was fine. I'll probably just give 2.5 because I really don't have a lot to go on.
I thought some of it was interesting. I thought the captain was well acted, even though I disagree with his motivation. I liked Paprika was an interesting character, and Shima I quite liked because he was ridiculous.
True.
I'm going to go 3. I liked it.
Yeah.
Didn't blow me away though.
No. I kind of liked the music at the start. It's quite an interesting sort of electro pop vibe, and then it happens at the end. And throughout the movie, it's fine. I'll give 2.75. It's nothing crazy, but it's quite interesting for me.
I'm going to be boring again and copy my previous score and say a 3 again. Yeah, it was good. It and the music develops tension at times when it needs to. I think it's reasonably well done.
Direction then. So
it's a difficult one because I like some of the art choices here. There was one piece actually, didn't mention earlier, but when they go to confront the chairman in his arboretum.
Oh yeah.
There's a few different scenes where they're panning. There's a downwards pan and a side pan, and there's like 6 or 7 layers of parallax scrolling with different scenery moving at different times. That's beautifully done. Love that. So that element to me is beautiful. I love the art direction. I love the oversaturated colors. So some of the direction's fantastic, and then the parade happens and ruins my life. Destroys it for me.
Yeah.
So I don't know what to do with this. It's some elements I love, some I hate.
Yeah, I didn't get to the point of loving any elements, to be honest with you. I think the pacing of the reality bending stuff was too fast for me. I think he made a terrible choice with that option. So I'll give it 2.5. I'm not going to give anything below that. I think he did did enough to tell a story, let's say.
I'm going to give 3.5. I would have given an awful lot more if that parade didn't exist in this.
You hate parades.
I hate parades.
The Washington Post gave it 70. They said it's best appreciated by assuming something of a dream state ourselves and enjoying the
Get
giddy
off
flow.
Your bin.
Yeah. And Richard in the Hollywood Reporter gave it 100. It is an intelligently written piece that only falters during the finale, which probably good. Yeah, so
how does he give Paprika. It 100% if it falters during the finale?
I don't know. He should give it 90 then or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, that was Paprika, one of many Japanese movies we've reviewed so far. If you go through our back catalog, you'll see that we've done a couple before. Yeah, and so hopefully we'll get many more of them to come over the next little while. If you haven't liked us on the platform you're listening to us on, please do so, and we'll see you on the next episode. Bye-bye.
Cheerio.